But I'll have those for you next week. So that should be good. Cavs and Guardians. It's going to be a big day here on MMS for both the Cavalier fans and the Guardians fans because we're going to have them both on the Buzzard. The Cavs' first playoff game is Saturday at 1 o'clock. Pre-game will get going around 12:30, and then the Guardians game will start around 5:30. In between, I think we're doing another 90s weekend on MMS.
And should both be done with plenty of time for your precious metal show.
2 hours to midnight. My precious metal show. It is precious to me.
Yeah.
Precious metals.
Yeah.
Precious metal,
Isn't that
man.
what you do? You talk about, like, precious metals?
Well, I have noted gemologists come in, and I have metallurgists on staff and on call. 2 hours to midnight will be well clear after that Guardians game, unless they go into, let's say, massive extra innings, and the game lasts for 4 or 5 hours. But otherwise, 10 o'clock Saturday, 2 hours to midnight. This week, since it lands on the date specifically, Saturday night is our 420 show, man. Yeah!
Nice.
So we'll be playing a lot of sludgy stuff. That's usually where your stoner metal comes from. So we're going to play Bongzilla, and we're going to play Acid Bath, and we're going to play Witchfinder General. We're going to play King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. We're going to play Sacred Reich, and we're going to play a German thrash band called Cat Breath that I think Mary might really enjoy just because of the name.
She likes cats.
She likes
I
cats.
love cats, but I don't think.
Have you ever heard Cat Breath?
No.
It's called Slice 'Em All. How you feel about that?
The cats?
No, the band. The song is called Slice 'Em All. Because they're probably singing about, I don't know, maybe they're singing as cats? What do you think about that? I mean, they're German. Give it up for them. Anyway, so Saturday night, 10 to midnight, 2 hours to midnight. But Saturday's a big, big day because doing the 90s weekend and then the Cavs playoff game against the Orlando Magic.
1 p.m. They're just getting it
1
right out of the way.
p.m. Yeah, why
let's
not?
kick things off.
Yep. That'll be the Jalen Suggs, Donovan Mitchell show on Saturday afternoon. All here on MMS, and, of course, you can still hear it on the iHeartRadio app. If you listen to us on the app, tell me where you are if you're outside Ohio so I can make sure you have an appropriate spot on the on our map. Sarah listens in Norwalk, Connecticut. Jeff listens in Palmer, Alaska. Adam's one of our bureau chiefs in Pittsburgh. Adam in Elmore, Vermont. Zach in Cape Coral, Florida. Hey, Drunk Sue.
Hey, baby.
What's going on, Sue?
How you doing?
I keep getting repeated voicemails from Drunk Sue asking me if I got her letter. And I don't know. I don't know what you mean. No, I don't. There's no letter here from you. A handwritten letter?
Yeah.
I bet you sent it to our old address, didn't you?
No, I did not.
Oh.
Because I called Crystal, and in the morning that I sent it because I want to get the right address. It was 668, I think, Euclid, something.
668 Euclid,
remember.
yes, downtown Cleveland. That's right. Nope,
Yeah,
I checked my mailbox this morning, and it's empty, which is the way I like it. I mean, now that you've got me on the phone, what precipitated a handwritten letter?
Well, because I love you, man.
Oh, well, I mean, we love you too, but it's pretty rare that people will take the time to put pen to paper. It's kind of a lost art.
I know, right?
Yeah.
People just text and email and all this. No, if it's a handwritten letter with something at the bottom of the page, taped for you.
What? Oh, you didn't put a joint in there, did you?
No.
I was gonna say, don't mail me a joint, Sue. No, I'm just saying that we've had you call into the show for a long time now, and you've never sent a handwritten letter before.
Okay, well, you're gonna get shits and giggles out of it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will.
Remember what you said when I was gonna get my staples out?
Yeah.
send me a couple?
Yeah. Oh, you sent me some staples.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was joking, Sue.
No, you're gonna get them because I sent 3. I
Great.
can't believe how small and teeny they are.
Yeah.
Ha!
Okay, so
Anyway.
there'll be a handwritten letter with a couple of your hernia staples in there.
Yeah.
I neglected to mention, Bill, hernia staples on 2 hours to midnight Saturday. Last minute
Oh
edition.
yeah, playing on that. Yeah, playing the Romo Fijo.
Okay, listen, I'll keep my eyes peeled for that letter, okay, Sue? But as of yet, it's not in
All
there.
right, baby.
Okay, thank you. There's Drunk Sue, who is really taking me at my word when I say, send me a couple of them staples. Did you mention where they are, by the way? I know hernia operations can take different
It's your
forms
stomach.
on the
I thought
human body.
hernias my dad had a hernia, like pushing through his belly button. Yeah, it was real gross. Isn't that what
Okay.
it is? Like when your
I don't
insides
know.
try to come outside?
I do not know. I always think of a hernia as somebody who gets one because they pushed, maybe that, what's that called, a hemorrhoid?
That's a hemorrhoid.
I think I'm
Well,
confused or
yeah.
conflating hernias with
Hemorrhoids
hemorrhoids.
on the butt.
But aren't there hernias on the butt too? Like,
yeah, well, with what my dad had, it was like his stomach was pushing past his belly button.
Yeah.
a hernia occurs when part of your insides bulge through an opening or a weakness in the muscle or tissue.
Yes. Yes.
So I associate them with people who like are lifting things that are very heavy. Is that how your dad got it? Like, was he?
No,
he was.
my dad was huge.
Well, I know,
Probably
but he
pulled
was.
something, and his body couldn't support it.
Oh.
and- yeah, I don't know.
It was because of his sizable carriage, is what you're saying. I thought,
Yes.
but he was a blue collar dude his whole life, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't working like the last couple years. He was on
Right.
disability.
Was he a big guy when he was working?
No, he was always smaller until, I mean, not smaller. He was tiny in like high school in his 20s. And then I don't know if he just got depressed or what, but he only got bigger and bigger and bigger as my life went on. He
Gotcha.
didn't start to get real big until probably the last 5 years of his life.
If left untreated, a strangulated hernia can lead to necrotizing enterocolitis. Severe inflammation of the intestine and sepsis. Hey, Woody,
Alan,
try to follow the hernia conversation, Woody.
just out, Hernias of Butt is doing a matinee show at the Beachland.
Uh-huh. Right. But, I mean, yeah, you know, Woody coming off a storied career as a roofer, did you ever have anything like that? You ever have any hernia situations?
I've had a herniated belly button since I was a child. They call it an outie, right?
Yeah, but a lot of people have outies. Are those physiologically, are those herniated navels?
I don't know, brother. But now that my senior citizen belly is wrapped around it, it doesn't look so extenuated. I guess.
Right,
I don't know.
right. How is retirement treating you, Woody?
It's like a slow. I can't wait to get back to do some side work.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. When people talk about retirement, I don't know what the hell they mean. Because what do you do? Like,
Nothing.
oh,
Right.
God, nothing. You go from doing things all the time to doing nothing. And I don't,
Sounds awesome.
it sounds
And
terrible.
I'll tell you,
Sign me up.
I'll tell you what. It's the calories that I take in and the lifestyle that I lead. It's a bitch to. I gotta take some of this weight off, man.
Yeah, you do.
Because it's just, I eat as much as I want to, but if you're out there working physically in a job such as roofing is,
Yes.
and if you don't knock it off, it'll just stay on.
Man, that's amazing to me that there are people who eat as much as they want to.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Oh yeah.
I'm so jealous.
I've had a couple days like that this week. where I'm
Man,
like, stop.
eating as much as you want. I mean, I guess I eat as much as I want to, too, which is very little.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
wow.
Alan,
Yes, sir.
I had 4.5 almonds today. Plus.
Why do you have to be such
16.5
Why do you have to be such a glutton?
Oh, good
Listen.
for you.
Listen to me. The reason why I called in, sir, is your heavy metal show on Saturday.
Yes.
I love everything about it, right?
Thank you. Yes.
But I do not what defines heavy metal. You know, it's like tight pants and lipstick. She's riding on a razor's edge.
Well, that was hair metal. Yeah, we don't really do hair metal, and I'll tell you why. Because Sunday morning, we already do
Big Hair Wednesday.
Yeah, Big Hair Wednesday with Stansbury, and then Sunday morning after Week in Cox, Corey does a show called Hair of the Dog. And that's like all in his wheelhouse. So that kind of 80s glam stuff is well represented on the Buzzard. Heavy metal was not. And so that's what we do. And I told them early on, because it's me and it's Corey Roddick and it's Pat Butler. I said early on, I don't want this show to sound like anything else that's on MMS. I don't want there to be, we're not crossing the streams with like hair bands and glam metal, you know.
Alan, you're not listening to me.
Oh.
The lyric actually says some Sammy Hagar, tight pants and lipstick.
Yeah, from Heavy. The song Heavy Metal.
Heavy metal.
Right. Well, that was Sammy Hagar. He's never been a heavy metal artist. I love Sammy, and I think he's a hell of a guy, but he's not a heavy metal artist. Heavy metal to me, heavy metal to me, Woody, is like how the Supreme Court defined pornography. You know it when you see it. And that's how I define heavy metal. You know it when you hear it. And this ain't it. No disrespect to the Red Rocker. Paul, what's going on?
Hey, not too much. How about yourself?
Hanging in, man.
Okay.
What's up?
I'm just sitting back, phone waiting for you. Yeah.
And here I am.
Yeah, talking about the hernia situation.
Yes.
Hernia surgery is done, and I'm a landscape contractor. And about 15 years ago and 17 years ago, I had 2 congenital hernias. If you look at power lifters from the Olympics, they don't have a hernia. It's an abdominal muscle structure that if you have a thin wall in the abdomen, which is what I had, you can sit there and work and be fine, and all of a sudden it tears that little bit and you get a hernia.
You didn't get a prolapse, did you, Paul, where it all comes out the chute?
No, not a prolapse bowel. Mine was a congenital hernia.
Yeah.
And the thing about those is when you sit back and you're born with a basically abdominal defect, not say a defect, but a thinner abdominal wall, that can tear that up. If you look at guys that go in the Olympics and are powerlifting 750 pounds and they don't blow a hernia because the abdominal walls are more developed, or maybe from birth, they're stronger walls that don't blow it away. Mine, in my case, was just a congenital from birth. That was just a thinner abdominal wall.
So that's something you don't know. So, Paul, I assume that's something you don't find out until it's too late.
Well, yeah. I mean, Mike came in and it was like, okay, I got an abdominal pain. What the hell's going on? And sat back and had to have it surgically repaired. They put that graft in, that mesh, or whatever it was. I was fine. And 2 years later, I had another one on the other side along the abdominal wall. But the biggest thing I will say to your listeners is there are people that have blown off having a hernia repaired. When that part of the intestine comes through the abdominal wall, it can constrict the blood flow. You can actually die from that because of the fact that the blood flow does not go through the intestinal wall.
You get sepsis.
If anyone has an issue with that, they're getting fevers or whatever, which is what caught mine off the first get-go, was the fact I was like, man, I'm sweating, I've got a fever, what the hell's going on? I'm not sick, I don't have a flu, I don't have anything else. This is in like July, and about 17 years ago. And he sat back and said, you have a congenital hernia. And I mean, I could actually push the intestine back into my body. It was a small
My dad could do that. You like push in your belly button and it goes, it's real good.
Paul's going, what's wrong with me? I'm so hot and it's July and I'm a landscaper. There must be something wrong with me.
Not usually how he talks about being up in someone's guts.
Well, but the whole thing about it is there's nothing to joke about, because there's so many people that can die from this because of the fact that they have constriction of blood flow.
Yeah.
And they lose all that circulation in the abdominal area, the intestines, small intestine, large intestine, into the colon, that you actually develop sepsis, you develop a number of different things, and a loss of circulation can kill you. So it's not a joke.
Like Ebony Magazine. Okay, hey, listen, Paul, thank you, man. I got to move on, but I appreciate the call. Thank you, pal. There's Paul. Don't overlook your hernias. That's probably what we should walk away with. Come away with that message.
Yes.
Don't overlook your hernias. Have it looked into. He wasn't aware that he had thin abdominal walls. I don't know how anybody would know that until something happens, and then they go, "Oh, you've just been that way since birth." And swing and a miss. I got Black Keys tickets when we come back. They've decided to come back home, do the Romo Fijo this fall. See if we want to go see them. Hook you up. And then another $1,000, $330 is you're going to get that next keyword to grab $1,000 from the Buzzard bookie.
It's the Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app.
Or whatever smart device you have.
Just tell it to play the Alan Cox Show on iHeartRadio.
Hey, this is Eddie Vedder. It's Mike McCready from Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam's brand new album,
Dark Matter,
drops this Friday.
Where it's